Welcome everyone to the PEAR Academy Virtual Info Session. Thank you all for joining us. We are thrilled to have you here today and to share with you everything about our charm school of the 21st century, the PEAR Academy. Whether you are a parent, a social worker, or part of a female-focused organization, we are confident that the PEAR Academy can add to or enhance your program and activities. Our virtual curriculum covers fascinating topics such as oversharing, digital etiquette, and much more. And we will be taking a peek into the curriculum today. So we will dive into the program's vision, goals, and highlights and answer any questions at the end. So let's get started. So the PEAR Academy is the school for the poised, elegant attitude of respect. But before we dive into some of what we do and who we are, I do want to define these statements for you. What does it mean to have poise? To us, poise is a state of being balanced, having a natural self-confident manner. If you are poised, you are in full control of your faculties, you're balanced, grounded, and ready for action. We also believe that a poised person exhibits composure and self-assuredness. So as I go over these definitions, I want you to think about the tools and the inner resources that your participants or your young girl is going to learn from our program. So our next word in PEAR is elegance. What does it mean to be elegant? Elegance is the ability to do less with confidence and ease for the greatest reward. Right? We agree with the elegant definition that the quality of being pleasantly ingenuous and simple is a great quality to have in life. So elegance is the art of being gracefully refined and dignified. Elegance to us is the outer embodiment of true confidence and awareness. It is not a forced behavior, but an authentic gesture rooted in self-assured. What does it mean to have attitude? To have attitude to us is to have confidence and assertiveness without crossing the line into arrogance or self-importance. So an attitude is a stance we take once we have settled our way of thinking or feeling about something or someone. So having an attitude rooted in self-respect, self-observation, compassion, and understanding of our tolerance allows us to walk into any situation and command attention while remaining grounded. And respect. What does it mean to have respect? So to us, respect is to treat oneself and others with kindness, consideration, and dignity without compromising personal boundaries or values. Respect is a way of living that honors oneself and others equally while valuing your thoughts, feelings, and opinions, and standing up for yourself in the face of adversity. So respect to us means treating others with kindness and empathy, even if they have different views than your own. Or when you have respect, you show the world that you are strong, confident, and willing to make a positive impact. So that's kind of the background on how we came up with the acronym or the word and the title for the school, PEAR Academy. So who are we? So the PEAR Academy is an unconventional charm school in the 21st century. Our new charm school is not just a charm school, it is a mindfulness school. You'll hear that a lot throughout this presentation. And we're on a mission to make social grace and social and emotional awareness valued and sought after. So a lot of people ask, well, what is a charm school or what is a finishing school? A charm school is also known as a finishing school in which education is completed by trainings in social grace, etiquette, and everyday soft skills. So back in the 1800s, a lot of elite people would send their kids to charm schools to help them understand social awareness skills, how to wine and dine with wealthy people, and also just how to not lose your head and understand your emotions when in challenging situations. Now, back then, there were a lot of reasons for why people would send their kids to that beyond just wanting to exist in a society of wealthy people. They also understood that having the qualities of social awareness and how to not be so easily offended and how to maneuver your way through difficult challenges and emotions was a skill that not only could get you far in life, financially stable, but also protect your inner world to where you can just continue to move forward with your life's purpose without getting overwhelmed with a lot of the things that our life has to offer. As I mentioned, um, traditional charm schools typically sometimes focus on table manners, conversation skills, and posture. We include those skills as well, but we focus majority on teachings on skills that protect us against factors that may cause a mental and emotional decline. So here on the slide, you'll see that the PEAR Academy is a flagship program of the nonprofit Girl Stands. Through our virtual reach, we have introduced participants, youth and college females aged 13 to 24, to alternative modalities such as yoga, social emotional learning, and mindfulness training. The PEAR Academy is a mindful school. Again, focused on building positivity and a healthy mindset control for girls 13 through 17 and college students aged 18 through 24. We help girls understand their emotional patterns and design a positive mindset aligned with their life goals. We guide girls through adolescence into adulthood. So, through our previous programs and current pilot programs, we have offered over 200 girls. We have served over 200 girls quarterly and over 15 plus adult participants through our online programs and communities. So, yes, some of the adults really love what we have to offer. Once they get their girls involved, they ask, hey, can I do this? Is this something that I can be a part of or just assist in? And we welcome everyone. What we know. One thing we pride ourselves on throughout this process is keeping our finger on the culture of girls. We've consistently found that youth and young adults account for 14% of all suicides. And furthermore, young women hold twice the rate of emergency department visits for self-harm among young men. We've come to understand that because we know the traditional education does not address the statistics, this is where we have felt the need to step in and to bring a unique approach to mindset training and to mindfulness. And although we say we're a mindfulness charm school, we also lean heavily into social emotional learning, but not in the traditional way. And we'll talk a little bit about that in a different module. But based on the statistics, what we are doing is stepping in to provide support to all girls, but especially minority girls. We fueled our mission to resolve issues such as racism, homophobia, and religious discriminations. And we believe that factors like that significantly shape educational experiences. So this program gives youth an invaluable opportunity to thrive socially and emotionally. We've also found that poverty-stricken areas have less resources, and poverty has been an ongoing barrier to resources like SEL within underrepresented communities. So as I mentioned in the previous slide, when I gave you an example of a charm schools traditionally have always been accessible to the elite societies. So we're seeing a trend in that even to this day, where some schools and some organizations are able to afford and to have programs like SEL or social emotional learning within their organizations, within their programs. So that has continuously been an ongoing barrier to minority girls and minority communities. So that's one reason we do give special attention to those communities. And another statistic we've kept our finger on is as of 2020, Black girls in lower income households and schools are still as likely to access alternative mental health resources, such as SEL, due to lack of allocated state and federal funding. Again, that takes us back to poverty being an issue to girls in communities that really need the social emotional learning skills and the trainings that we have to offer. And just to state a disclaimer, we're asked this often. Do we support other races? Is it just for Black girls? We are not a program that is just for Black girls. We have the disclaimer on our website and as well as in our program where we state that we cater to all girls, not just Black girls, but we have a unique approach in addressing issues such as racism, microaggressions, homophobia, and religious discrimination that can significantly impact one's social and educational experience. So throughout this presentation, you will see statistics and research that supports minority girls. We are aware that the statistics we share aren't just barriers and issues in the minority community, and all girls are welcome in our program. Our mission. Our mission is to empower girls to spark change from the inside out by cultivating awareness, resilience, and compassionate action towards their life goals. Our vision is through our online school and in-person communities, we offer girls a social emotional training that was once only accessible to an elite social economic group. So we envision a world where girls are safe, honored. We envision a world of girls that are unraveled in mind, body, and spirit, very poised and elegant. And we envision a world of girls with inner strength and poise, second to none, right? And that's that attitude, that sassiness. So that is our vision. We envision just a well-rounded, sassy girl in this world that owns her emotions and her mindset and is confident in making decisions, but also confident in self-correction and refinement. So here we show a bit of the statistics that is available publicly through Minority Health and the CDC, where we show mental health services received in the past year amongst US adults with any mental illnesses. And there in the blue column, you see the numbers for all ethnicities, age groups, and sex, right? So overall, we have a 46.2 percentile, but we consistently see that females are at the highest rank and that the age group is rising, but there's a large chunk of people between the ages of 18 to 25. Now, this particular chart does not highlight the younger girls that we do attract as well, which is the 16-year-olds and up, and sometimes 13-year-olds and up. It does not show that. However, a lot of that has to do with consent, as well as what we've discovered, just the issues of some communities not feeling safe when it comes to sharing their health needs and health concerns, specifically mental health concerns. So here we have a bit of a paragraph that kind of outlines that when we're asked why girls, culturally, such services as mental health services or services for emotional and mental refinement are deemed as intrusive, not helpful, or even humiliating to candidates, families, and friends. So our target demographic has always been girls. And through our work, we have kept our fingers on the research of girls and have found that girls in general have higher suicide rates and mental health challenges than any other gender. So as of 2019, Black girls in grades 9 through 12 were 60% more likely to attempt suicide as compared to others of the same age. And we found those statistics within minority health. Who we serve. So here we have breaking down our demographics. We show that we typically serve a large amount of 16 to 18-year-olds, and then our second largest amount is 18 to 24-year-olds. Our least amount is 12 to 15-year-olds, so that 13-year-old range. And our ethnicity that we service is predominantly Black. We do have some Caucasian women and Hispanics that have participated in our programs and still do participate in our programs. And here you also have a view of our disclaimer where we show all girls, regardless of their ethnicity, are welcome to register and join PEAR. While we do not deny any girl access to our programs, PEAR has been designed to be flexible in its appeal and to address specific cultural traumas and challenges that affect young Black girls, such as how to handle microaggressions and the effects of societal miseducation and oppression on mental health. What we do. So the PEAR Academy in services address the dilemma of mental illness and mindset training amongst today's youth. So again, our target mission is always to reduce the statistics amongst girls committing suicide. We increase confidence and well-being for middle and high school girls through an academic calendar year training program. Within our program, we reintroduce the benefits of refined thinking and behavior rooted in empowering girls towards positive self esteem and academic confidence while maintaining social and self awareness. Our five core competencies are self awareness, social awareness, self regulation, relationship well being, and critical thinking. Here on the right hand side, you will see it reiterated that we help girls through a compilation of social emotional learning and cognitive behavioral learning alongside disciplines and mindfulness training and other pieces of training surrounding mental toughness and social and emotional tolerance. All of our programs and activities are led and curated by certified and licensed professionals. In a nutshell, we build a buffer for mental health challenges and return girls back to their power of understanding that they have the ability to be confident. The program. So, Pear Academy is an unconventional charm school in an online academy that introduces participants, youth, and college females aged 13 to 24 to the tools of social emotional learning and mindfulness training. We have 6 modules throughout our course that can help individuals gain a better understanding of their minds and emotions. The course is designed to be taken individually or aid as a supplemental program to social workers with qualified participants, organizations, and school counselors. The program was designed with schools in mind and large organizations with the idea that they already have a dense academic schedule. So therefore, we made it compatible with an everyday school schedule or just an after-school program that can be used as bell ringers, advisory periods, or an after-school supplemental program. So PEAR can also bear as a standalone academy and support counselors, caseworkers, and individuals. But with our target audience being girls, the PEAR Academy is more suitable as an elective course, after school program, or supplemental program for organizations that also serve girls. So here you see some of our participants who help curate the PEAR program and help us design this throughout the years. And here on the right-hand side, you see the PEAR Academy yearly fee versus other SEL programs. Now, our fees are subject to change, but we did want to show you some of the research that we found and some of the competitors that we found out there who also offer social emotional programs within schools and organizations. So what we found with SEL programs, again, the same way that PEAR is designed, SEL programs are designed as bell ringers or advisory periods or seminars in a sense. In certain schools, they call them seminars. So they're integrated into the school systems in that way. But most schools do outsource their social emotional programs through other platforms similar to PEAR. And typically those social emotional programs range around 35,000 a year. Yes, they can be very pricey. And from what we've found, a lot of them now are virtual, and some of them come in the traditional packages with course books and all types of other materials that come with it. So we haven't, reinvented the wheel in any way, but I will say that we've made it more modernized by first introducing it through a virtual intercourse, as well as making it very relatable to the fabric of today's cultural, the fabric of today's girls, the fabric of the influencer girl, the new fabric of the college girls that are walking the college halls now. I am proud that we did not recreate the wheel. We just enhanced it to make sure that it makes sense and that it can be something relatable to the girls that are receiving the services. So in just 6 months, we graduate girls and young women who are able to meet life with poise, elegance, and kindness. We help girls get acquainted with their levels of emotional tolerance and understand their own emotional patterns while designing a course of action that aligns with their life goals. So at the end of this presentation, everyone will receive a code as a participant of the presentation where they will have an early bird discount. You can reach out to us via email to get more information on our packages, whether you're an individual, a social worker, or a female-led organization. So here again, we kind of reiterate some of the things I've already said about the PEAR program, being a compilation of social emotional learning, cognitive behavioral learning, and mindfulness education. We answer the call for mental well-being amongst the nation's highest at-risk group, which is girls. And we aim to give girls an online experience that is of ease and quality. Our course is also a compilation of written content, recorded video lectures, and audio recordings. It's designed by real people, so we speak to the fabric of the cultural, and we advise on real everyday scenarios and challenges that a young girl life encompasses, from dealing with peer pressure to learning to set healthy boundaries with friends and family, as well as how to respond to challenging moments that threaten our circumstances. We've piloted the program prior to launching it, and the feedback we've gotten from our pilot program participants is that the course is enjoyed more so with a group of girls or by including group interactive moments with reflective questions at the end of each section. So again, that goes back to the course really being ideal for social workers and female-led organizations. However, it can stand alone if you are a parent that is intentional about your girls having these skills and learning these skills. There is so many interactive, reflective questions and journaling prompts that you can do with your girl, or it can be done in a group setting. How can you help, or how can we help you? By the time you're listening to this presentation, the Pair School will have already been launched, so you won't be able to sign up for the wait list. However, you can share the PEAR Academy with your peers. You can share the PEAR Academy with any therapist, any social worker, any female-led organization that you know can benefit from some of these tips and tools that we offer. We will be happy to hear from you. You can send us an inquiry from our website, and you can also volunteer as a mentor or resource. So we're always looking for facilitators for our monthly seminars to give the girls guidance and dig in depth into some of the topics of the PAIR program. And we're always looking for volunteers to help us during our seminar, our virtual seminars, and to also help in recruiting for our virtual seminars. So we have plenty of opportunities for you to help. Just reach out to us and see how that can be done. So that brings us to the end of our presentation of the PEAR Academy, the School for the Poise, Elegant Attitude of Respect. Now we're head into taking a glimpse of the course and how to sign up. All right, so here we are in the admin's view of the curriculum. I brought you here because the course has not launched yet, but by the time you do view this recording, the course would have been launched, and you'll be able to see all of these modules as you enroll in the course. So here we have our welcome section, the Poise, Elegance, Attitude of Respect. It welcomes you into PAIR and tells you a little bit about PAIR, our values, and the terms that we use and what we need to do before we begin. So just to give you a glimpse of that, this is what it looks like as an intro. So you're previewing this as a admin. Let's look at it as a student. So it looks similar. So here you have the PEAR Academy intro, just a bit of wording, a bit of thank you, gratitude from me. And here you also have the audio in which you can listen to and follow along throughout the course. Welcome, and congratulations on making the decision to create the life your soul aches to experience. We are excited to share space and growth with you. PEAR, the School of the Poised Elegant Attitude of Respect, is a unique course offered by Girlstands Incorporated, designed for you to deepen your understanding of social behavior and the motivation behind manners and mindfulness. So there you get an example of the audio. So all of the sections would have a audio version included. All of them are not completed at this moment, but they will be included for the girls who just like to follow along through audio learning. So again, we have the welcome intro, and then we have a bit of information of what is needed and the pledge that we offer our girls to take for themselves and to remain consistent, as well as our mental health disclaimer. So here you see that things are sometimes out of our control, and what a mental health disclaimer is as far as someone having any pre-existing mental health issues. And we just support them finding a therapist while dealing with some of this work, because some of this work can be triggering and can cause us to look at some of our own behaviors and our own habits and question why. And that is not our profession. We do not consider ourselves professional counselors and therapists. So we do recommend that girls who have pre-existing mental health issues such as anxiety, depression, or any of those diagnosable things to seek outside support while engaging with this course, and maybe even including some of the reflective thoughts with your professional. So we have this disclaimer in every single one of our modules for girls to always remember. So here on this side, you will see that as you're going through the course, you would have an option to hit complete and continue. So when you do that, you will see a check mark here in this circle, and it will show you that you have completed this section. This is how much percentage of the course that you've done thus far. So we're aiming for 100% from every participant. So as you move down, you go into part 1, which is poise and self-awareness. And here we have topics like what is mindfulness, how to say goodbye to scarcity, how to deal with insecurities, pressure, and peer pressure. And also one of my favorite topics, which is resilience, a quiet, flexible strength. So those are some of the titles for module 1. And then module 2, we move into authenticity. And we have several topics that I think a lot of girls will find interesting, and a lot of leaders of organizations will find interesting and intriguing for girls to get into. And then we have part 2, which is elegance and social awareness, which digs into the grace and social grace, civility, oversharing and self-disclosure, which is one of my favorites as well, understanding our emotional tolerance, as well as levity and how to have a playful heart about life and about challenging situations, as well as competence and self-correction here in this module. And then module 4, we have etiquette. We have cell phone and social media etiquette, dating, bullying, how to deal with bullying in schools and as an adult, how to have difficult conversations, and recaps and activities. And then part 3, so we broke them down to 3 parts, but also 6 modules. So I don't want you to get confused by that, which is 3 parts as far as like what we're focused on in those parts. And then within those parts, we have 2 modules each. So part 3, we have attitude, cosmic awareness, and empowerment. So here we talk about several things. What is being a steward? What is being a steward to integrity? What is being a steward to honesty, and all these other characteristics that we believe can help us grow in the best way and to reach our highest potential. So we talk about what being a steward looks like. We talk about social consciousness, how to adjust your attitude, that attitude adjustment, how to increase positivity in your life, and also how to be assertive without falling into stereotypes of what assertiveness looks like within women, Black women, Latino women, and Puerto Ricans, etc. And then module 6 is called Harmony and Celebration. And we dig into empowerment, self-esteem and confidence, diversity and community, empathy, how to see things differently, and peace and cosmic order, we like to call it. Overall order in the cosmos is, and we consider the cosmos is our brain, right? This universal space within our head that we call our brain, and how we can continuously practice order of our thoughts and controlling the faculties of our mind. And then the last part, we have a closing thank you and a complete list of references. So that's just a view of what it looks like as a student. Like I said, you have these circles here that shows you how much you've completed. And at the end of each module, you also have a quiz here. So it's a quiz recap. You have a question, and you also have activities to do with your group of girls or individually with your parents. We have here like a letter of forgiveness. And in that activity, we allow you to write some things down, talk about it, and reflect on how writing it down made you feel and what shifted in your perspective when you start writing things down. Because we really like to support journaling throughout the PEAR Academy. We are journalers over here, if that's a word. We love to journal. And then we have a couple of questions, just a 2-part quiz, just to kind of get around your mindset and if you're processing the information correctly as a student. Now, these quiz aren't, for a grade in particular. We're not gonna we're not going to give you any grades for the most part, but we want you to reflect on what you're learning. And we give the purchasers of the course the ability to utilize the quiz in whichever way they see fit. So under each activity, I think as I mentioned, you always have like an art activity or some type of hands-on activity to engage within your group or within your social worker or parent, etc. So here we got a mandala where we have you search a mandala and color it, and it's kind of like color therapy in a sense, but it's also a very reflective practice that's infused with some of the information that we learned in the module of authenticity. So at the end of each module, once it's finished, which we're thinking of this interacting with each person as a monthly course. So each module signifies a month. So at the end of each month, you have a fun hands-on art activity to engage with. So that's where we can keep it informational, but also keep it fun. So we even have some fun activities here on how to create and design your life. So that's just a small view or a short view of the course, what that looks like, and some of the topics that we will be covering throughout the course. If you visit our PEAR website, our PEAR link, you will see a glimpse of the course here. So you can always go back here and locate some information about each module and the topics that we will be covering. I don't think I mentioned this during the presentation, but I'll mention it now. You are able to purchase one individual module, or like if you say you want to just do module 2 authenticity and you just want to go over this module with your students or with your young girl, you can reach out to us or fill out the form, which will be here soon, and we will give you the rates on that. However, we recommend that you go through the entire course to get the full benefit of the course. And one of the Registration requirements is to attend all monthly lessons and seminars. So within the program, we do offer monthly virtual seminars that are usually held on a weekend day, such as a Saturday. We know that all girls don't have the availability to do that, but that's one thing we try to encourage all girls to commit to and to sign off to commit. We do have a grace period of about 2 absences, but other than that, we really encourage the girls to commit to our community circles virtually. Whether your program is through an organization or an individual, these monthly seminars are extremely supportive in understanding the content that the previous module offered, as well as embodying some of the practices that we're introducing to the girls through our modules. So, like I said, once you check out our landing page, our PEAR landing page, it gives you all of the details, registration requirements, monthly seminars and annual retreat ceremony. Oh, yeah, let's go into some of the details about the retreat. So the retreat is still in the workings. That is not something that we're promising right away, but the retreat is a community-based annual retreat ceremony where we actually go out camping. And we have a beautiful immersive experience where we have facilitators that come in and talk to us about reproductive health, mindfulness, through intimacy and friendships, as well as so many different topics. We have so many art projects, and we also have a ton of outdoor recreational activities like kayaking, rock climbing, bike riding, mountain biking, and several other things that typically girls shy away from. But we have a great weekend of just decompressing and really understanding the information that we receive through the PEAR Academy. And it is an amazing experience. That is something that at the beginning of developing this organization, we offered to our community, and we got a great response from it. So we want to make it a part of the PEAR Academy as well. So the PEAR retreat ceremony is something that we would love for each girl to commit to and be able to participate in. And last but not least, we do have scholarships available for the PEAR Academy. If you're an individual or a social worker, we have scholarships available to offer your participants a lower rate. If your participant is in our program throughout the entire 6 modules, we also have scholarships available for individuals and social workers to participate in the retreat program. The retreat program is not accessible unless you finish the entire PEAR Academy program. So that concludes all the information about the PEAR Academy that we have for today. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email us, to reach out, and to ask us anything that's on the top of your mind. We will be going into some questions here shortly to see what's on the top of our participants' mind. In the meantime, we thank you for joining us. If you have to leave, I understand. Thank you so much for joining us. Let us know your thoughts and anything else we can help you with. So one of the questions we have here is, are there any other courses, any additional courses that we will be adding on to the PEAR Academy? And the answer is yes. I do believe over time we will be evolving as we continue to keep our finger on the cultural and understanding what topics that girls are really eager to dig into and learn about. At the end of each module and throughout the module, we do have a space for comments to be added, and we are an open resource to where participants or the teachers of the course can offer us feedback on what they would like to see from us or what topics they would like to add into the seminar. So yes, the answer is yes. I do believe that we will be adding more topics as things continue to come up in life and things continue to be a matter of situations that we should address within the girl community. So the next question was, what are some ways that girls can come together within the pair community, from outside of different organizations and sometimes inside of different organizations. So, one of those ways is through our monthly seminars. That's one way we want to help every participant engage with one another, whether you're from a different school or a different state, right? Because PEAR is virtual, so it is open right now to many girls in the southern region. So through our monthly seminars, that is a space, a community that we are um nurturing to create. So the girls will come together during the seminars. We will have facilitators and we will have educational topics and things, and we will also have breakout rooms. The other way we come together is through the annual community retreat. So that is another way that we will be coming together at the end of this to get to know each other and to build relationships and friendships. And the last but not least way that we are incorporating community through the Paradigm program is through group chats. We are working right now to create that and to develop those spaces where girls can keep in touch with each other throughout the day, like just a friendly forum group chat. We have not figured out the source of that, where that will be just yet, but we're putting that together so girls who are having similar experiences, trying to digest some of the information that they receive from the Peer Academy, can have conversations amongst themselves in a um, monitored forum. And those forums will be broken up into age groups, our first cluster of girls and our second cluster of girls. All right, so that looks like that was all the questions that we had for today. Again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, any concerns, any thoughts, please share them with us at info@girlstance.org. That's info at girlstance.org. Have a beautiful day, and we look forward to seeing some of your participants in our program this year. Thank you.